Hello, my friends. Betty McKnit here. It is Star Blanket September. I think this is my 5th live stream of the month, and I'm so happy to be here. I love Star Blanket September. It is so fun. How are you all doing with your blankets, and how many Star Blankets have you made? If you haven't joined us yet for Star Blanket September, there is still plenty of time to join us. We are on a mission this month to help you create the crochet star blanket of your wildest dreams. Let's see, people are commenting already. Hello, Jasmine. Hello, Lady Lex. Woo-hoo! Yes, I'm here. Welcome. Welcome. What's going on, TikTok? Are you there? I am live streaming on, where am I live streaming? I am live streaming on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook through the magic of Restream. Thank you, Restream. And so you can join me any of those places. It used to be that I had different devices that I'd go live on this place or that place, but now they all kind of look the same. So I would say, if you like this view, watch me here. If you like that view, watch me there. Now they're all kind of the same. So you can enjoy your live stream from wherever you like. So let's see. Hello, Dee says, hi, yes, I'm working on my purple ombre star. Nice. We have, this is the 5th of these live streams this month. I'll have another one next Tuesday where we're going to be celebrating all the 6-day star blanket wins that we've experienced this month. I'm so excited to see what everybody makes. I was just scrolling through some of the stuff. Hello, Ziggy. Hi, Andrew. Hello. I was just scrolling through some of the many posts of star blankets this year, and I noticed that a lot of people are doing the Superstar, the Supernova, and the Ridgy Didge, and the Poncho. We've got a lot of different things going where in the past it's just been like star blanket, and now people are branching out into the Superstar, the Supernova, and the Ridgy Didge, and also the other projects that the star blanket has given birth to, like the poncho and the tree skirts, and caught this literally as I'm working on mine. Yes, awesome. Yeah, I love seeing what you make. I enjoy it so much, to see your posts and your makes. I thought it would be a great idea to have a Star Blanket September social media contest to choose a few people to give some swag gifts to for this crochet along. And I need my emery board. I got a little snaggy nail. And not a lot of people have joined that so far. So make sure you go ahead and join the Star Blanket September. Oh, why did I put these so far away where I can't reach them when I need them? Forget it. I'll just have a snaggy nail. Make sure you visit that 6-day, what is it? Star Blanket September Contest.com on my website, and you just go over there with the link to your video, and then have all your friends and family vote for you. There's only 3 people that have entered so far, and one of them is me, and I don't need a gift from myself. So thank you for the finger heart and the heart pups. Thank you so much. Hello. Louise is working on the Superstar tree skirt. Amanda. Hi, Amanda from Arlington. Wonderful. Okay, so today I was planning to work on this. Is the Eras, Eras, Eras inspired Superstar blanket, and this is for the Swifties. So if you're not a Swiftie and you don't know, all these different colors represent a different Taylor Swift album. And so the Swifties love love these colors, and they correspond to the album release dates and the re-release dates. And so Taylor, a couple things happened. Taylor Swift released a new album, and the new color is bright orange. So I thought, well, I'll just take the edge off of this, and I'll put, I'll do another 3 rounds, and then I'll add the orange. But somebody, no, your blanket does not have to be completed to enter the contest. And it doesn't have to be a blanket. It can be a poncho, a tree skirt, it can be whatever. And you can enter more than once. You can enter once every 24 hours, and you can vote once every 24 hours. Yeah, you can enter at any, just please enter. Just enter it. Yes, I'll take anything at this point. Okay, so this color, which was for the poets, the poets, what is the one, the album with the poets, Tortured Poets Society, I think it's called. And so that, and the pattern, I gave this tweed. I didn't actually choose the colors. A crocheter named Haley came up with this idea and posted this, and then I just wrote it up. And it's starblanketseptembercontest.com is the contest. Starblanketseptembercontest.com. So we did this tweed for the Tortured Poets Society album, but the other thing that happened not too long ago was Joann's closed. This is Big Twist Yarn, and this came from Joann's. And so, Tortured Poets Department, thank you so much. Thank you. I am not a Swiftie, but I'm a Swiftie enabler, I guess. Swiftie adjacent. Swiftie adjacent is what I am. So I don't know, but I'm just doing as I'm told. So somebody told me that this color is, and I verified it, that this color that we use, the tweed, is no longer available. So they asked me, like, which one should I use now? So I went on and I checked Hirschner's to see what colors were being sold by Hirschner's. And so I'm going to change this one on the pattern to the mushroom, because the Tortured Poets Department album is like a sepia color. So I'm going to change this one to the mushroom, which is now available. So I thought, well, since I'm here, I might as well just take this one out and redo it on my own sample blanket. And so I had to order the yarn for this, and it hasn't come in yet. So I am not going to be working on this tonight, but I just wanted to update you that the new color for the Tortured Poets Department is going to be mushroom. And oh boy, I put it out of reach. The new album, which I'm so sorry I don't know what it's called, but it's bright orange. Now, let me grab that so I can tell you what it's going to be. I chose this one because it was specifically like a very bright, I forget the name of the orange color but it was a very bright and vibrant orange. So I chose this one, which is called Orange Bright. The Life of a Showgirl is the name of it. Thank you. So this is going to be the color for The Life of a Showgirl. Thanks so much for helping me out with that. Okay, so since I'm not going to be working on that tonight on the live, I thought I would just continue with this tree skirt. Is that okay with everybody? Speak now or forever hold your peace. The other star blankets that I have to work on I have the anniversary cakes. I have 2 anniversary cakes going. One of them is a Ridgy Didge version, and I think I've already worked on those on like 2 lives. So let me just go back to the tree skirt. How about that? Let's see. Hi, Jenny. How often do you do crochet alongs? I guess this is my second one this year. I did one in the spring. And I always do Star Blanket September. At least this is my third year of doing Star Blanket September. It's just a great time of year to do it whenever the weather's changing. And it started out, I was doing Stash Bust September because a lot of people were doing Stash Bust September. So I was like, oh, Stash Bust September. Star Blankets are great stash busters. Let's do Star Blanket Stash Bust September. So the first year, that's what I did. And then I just kept it going. And I haven't really seen that much talk about Stash Bust September this year. But I keep going with Star Blanket. Love, love, love the 6-day Star Blanket. I finally got it down by heart. Oh, that's great. You know, part of my design process is like trying to make it easy for people to memorize, you know, trying to make it easy for you to do it without looking at the pattern. So let's see. So I'm doing the 6-day star tree skirt and I started it the other day. The Mushroom Fairy says, Betty, I absolutely love your patterns. I've shown all my friends how to read them as well. Oh, good for you. That's great. Matching 6-day hexagon cardigans. Oh, that's wonderful. Definitely is. Oh, thank you so much. It's a great pattern to watch a new show. Yes, once you get it, it has a learning curve, but once you get it, it's very easy to memorize and it's not really exactly mindless, but it's just enough mindless that you can watch your show, and it's enough not mindless to keep you interested. That's my spiel. Okay. Oh, and just to go back to the crochet alongs, I am doing another one next month for the Tranquil Tides scarf, and that'll be a good one for you to do for your gifts and stuff. But I'll be doing that in October, and you can check my website about that. Let's see, what row am I on? This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was setup row 8. Okay, so now I'm on row 2. So all the 6-day crochet patterns, they have the setup rows or rounds that kind of get the pattern started, and then it goes into the repeating rounds 2 through 7, 2 through 7, 2 through 7. And I just named them 2 through 7 because the original pattern was 2 through 7, or the rows that were repeated. So I just kept it like that so that it would be easy for me to, when people ask me a question and they've said like, I'm stuck on row 3 or round 3, I would know automatically what row or round they were on. And that would make it easier kind of for me to answer questions. So that's why it's a little, unconventional. Oh, thank you. Linda says, I like the colors you chose. So this yarn is the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted Gradient Glitter. And this color is called Fern Green Tones, and this gray one is called Black Tones. So that's the yarn. Thank you for saying that so I could remember. All right, so let's go to row 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And I always count this one, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2. It says 2 times. 1, this is not meant to be a tutorial, but I know some people will watch it and follow along and they'll use it for one, but it's not meant to be a tutorial or take the place of the pattern. But, so I'll do my best to talk about what I'm doing so that 1, 2, 3. skip 2, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the third of the 4 single crochets in the peak. Last night I was working on a superstar blanket and I forgot that you're only supposed to put 2 single crochet in the peak on a superstar and not 4 on round 7, and it messed up the whole next round, of course, and I was like so confused. I was like, what is wrong? Okay, then we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, twice. And then skip 2, double crochet 3 together in the dip. So it's just like the star. We're going to just repeat that to the end of the row. Skip 2, 3 double crochet twice, and then 3, 3, 3 in the peak. This is usually the color change I do for the Superstar tree skirt or the Supernova. I don't remember which one I did like this. Usually for the star, I do a more of the vivid chevrons. So I do the single crochet rows in, I think I did them in white. I do the single crochet rows in a different color. But I did, on the original pattern, I did red, green, and white. Amanda Countryman, I've made 5-star Superstar blankets in the last couple months. I love them. Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much. I'd love to see them. If you've posted them anywhere, make sure you tag me. So after the live stream tonight, I'll be in my community Zooming with my members for about an hour. And you are welcome to join the Zoom. You have still another week or so left to join the Betty McKnitiverse on the special rate, which is 50% off for the first 2 months. So you can get into the McKnitiverse for 2 months for $14. And that is the last special for the McKnitiverse I'm going to run this year. I did one for Black Friday last year, but I'm going to do something different this year. There might be a McKnitiverse included with what I'm doing, but I'm not going to be running the same Black Friday special I did last year, which is, I think I did 3 months for $12. So this is this is your last chance. Last chance. Last chance for love. I'm excited to see these colors start to like do their gradient thing. They haven't really gradiented yet. Hey Carrie, hey Jeanette. Good to see you. Oh, I didn't see Kathy had joined. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Raven. Oh, I missed a lot of people. Thank you. I mean, they're gradients, so I'm excited to see them start to gradient. But they haven't really started yet. And the other one I was working on, I think I was working on that on the Zoom call. I was working on the Superstar blanket with this same yarn but in different colors. And one of the balls of yarn had a knot, and it had a little segment of yarn, a few yards tied in, but it was not the right color, so it got lighter and then it got darker, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. So I ended up taking that out because it really messed up the gradient. What did I do here? Oh, that's just kind of loose. Let me go back. Is that the new Premier yarn? Yes, it is. It's the Premier Gradient Glitter. Are we using a scent this evening? You know what, Andrew? Thank you for reminding me. I don't remember what I was doing on this one. I think I might have been doing balance, but I don't think I have really remembered to include that, to be honest, for this entire project. Now I can't remember. Yeah, and I can put this here also. I'm going to make a TikTok on my 6-day star blanket so that I can enter the Star Blanket September contest. Awesome. Yes, please enter. Hello, Cancer Crochet. Thank you for the heart, me. You're going to do another one of my patterns soon. Which one are you going to do next? And I'm back, but on here. Yeah, I noticed you come on here as two different. You live a double life. Oh, the great granddaddy. I haven't done a great granddaddy in a while. Thank you for the donut. I'm doing the 6-day star tree skirt. I just finished your Superstar blanket pattern today. I went through 9 repeat rounds. Wow. How big was it? Uh-oh. Feel something with the yarn again. I think the glitter gets, I don't know, this particular skein of yarn has had some issues. It's had a lot of knots. It is beautiful though, thank you. Hey Amy. It's not really scratchy. You can feel it, but it's not really scratchy. Like, I think you could, like, if you made a garment out of it, you could definitely wear it. I wouldn't put it in the microwave, though. It's just because we're working back and forth here. It does feel like that peak stitch is really far over to the left. I'll just say that. It doesn't feel like the top, but it all works out. Yeah, I think the glitter thread broke. And then there it is down there. And then sometimes when it breaks, it looks like it like bunches up a little bit. That's the only thing I have found. And then this particular ball so far has had like 4 knots, and there's a little, like 2 of the plies are knotted together there. And you know, I just don't like knots. That can come undone and that can ruin the project. But here's where I had knots already twice in this ball. And then one of the other balls, the pink one that I was using for the blanket, not the pink one, the terracotta, it had a whole section that was the wrong color tied into it, and so I ended up taking it out. So I think that ball was a little short of yardage. It just did seem a little short. But that one little section, I couldn't figure out exactly where it belonged in the gradient, so I just didn't use it. Look, that's where the glitter had like bunched up. I probably should have cut that out. Have you used loops and threads? Yes, I've used loops and threads. They have a whole rainbow of colors. Well, that's what I was doing, Heather. I was going to do a rainbow, a 6-day star rainbow, so I asked them for one of each color, and they sent them to me, and then I decided to only use 6 of them and not all 8, because they have 360 yards each, so 6 of them is a good amount. I figured that was probably going to be more than big enough. So I pulled these 2 out to do my tree skirt with. I thought it would look good as a tree skirt. Okay, and it says skip 2. Oh no, it does say skip 1, double crochet in last stitch. Thank you for sharing the live. Okay, so this is how this works. But you know, obviously if you have a Christmas tree and maybe the opening is bigger than that, you know, might end up like that. But mine, I usually end up overlapping it a little bit. I don't put closures on mine. I just lay them around the tree and overlap the ends. So that was row 2, and row 3 is next. Have you ever, oh, I didn't get myself a drink. Have you ever poured yourself a cup of coffee in the morning when you wake up and forget to drink it until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon? That's what I did today. Hey, Margot, good to see you. All right, row 3. Chain 3. I just came to tell you I love your patterns. I lost your TikTok. Aw, well, it's good to see you again. I'm Betty McKnit everywhere. Hey, Melanie. Okay, now you're going to skip this space and then 3 double crochet in the next 2 spaces. 1, 2. Okay, so every one of these peaks where the 3 double crochet, chain 3 is, you're going to do 3, 3, 3. And then before and after the double crochet 3 together in the dip, you're going to do double crochet 3 together, double crochet 3 together. So you have 1 on each side of it. And then in every other space, 3 double crochet. Row 3 is the easiest. You don't have to think too much. Hi, Theo. Oh, wait, but you know what? I'm supposed to be changing to the gray. What am I doing? Oopsie. I'm glad I didn't go too far with that. But that looks terrible. I'm going to have to fix that. I think I can probably pull some of it out and just snip it off. Did I ever tell you all that I detest pulling from the outside? I think I might have mentioned that. Okay, and then when I change colors, I take the 2 tails and I flip them up over the working yarn and hold them to the back. And I work my next stitch. And I just leave that there. And when I'm done, I will weave these in. Okay, we're skipping over that one. 3 double crochet in the next 2. Shared it to Sis and hope she joins. Yeah, I don't know where she's at. She's usually here. We'll be zooming in the McKnitiverse tonight after this live stream. So if you want to zoom with me and ask your questions one-on-one, I'll be there with my peeps. Anybody have any questions about their 6-day star projects? Thank you for the roses. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Okay, so here, these two, one before and one after, double crochet 3 together. Sometimes you have to, like if you want the, if you want to reverse the gradient, which I do sometimes, but I just suffer. What are your favorite 6-day star blanket color schemes and color combinations? Oh, goodness. Well, my favorite 6-day star blanket to work on is the Superstar. I don't know why. I just like the setup rounds all being like done and over with, and you don't have to think for the rest of the blanket. And I also like that the points are not that big, so I don't end up doing 800 double crochet in a row, because I get to about 8 and then I'm like, I'm bored. So yeah, I really like working on the Superstar. And as far as color combinations, I love blues and greens. And then sometimes I will buy so much blue and green that I will force myself to do something different. And then the thing that I do different when I'm not trying to buy blue and green is orange. I'll go over to orange. And I like blue and orange together too. Heather says, if I must pull from the outside, I rewind the yarn into a cake so I can pull from the middle. Absolutely not. I won't do it. I hate it. My favorite yarn in the world is Noro. I love Noro. I just love working with it. I love color. If I am drawn to like brightly colored yarns when I shop for yarn. Yeah, I love bright colors. I like blue and orange together a lot. But I like blues and greens, and I like yellow. I like a peacock blue, teal blue color. I don't know. I would never make a 6-day star the same way twice, I don't think, if I could help it. I do have my favorite go-to, like for 6-day. Oh man, I haven't made a 6-day kid blanket in so long. It's been nothing but stars for like the last year. I think that Rigididge blanket is the last 6-day kid blanket I made. And that was like 2 years ago or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's on my YouTube. I did the whole thing from start to finish. And then I did a man blanket before that. And that kind of took a long time to do. But when I do a 6-day kid blanket, I like to do the original Vivid Chevron striping, which is rows 2 through 4 in one color, and then rows 5 and 6 in a different color. And I like only doing 2 rows of a color, because then I can carry the yarns up the side, and I don't have to weave in, I don't have to cut the yarn and weave in all the ends. I just work over them. That's my favorite way. That's the one that I call Betty's Lazy Mix. Because I like to take 2 different colorways of like a cake yarn or a self-striping yarn and combine them like that. Like I'll do rows 2 through 4 in one color and then 5 and 6 in another color. I like combining cake yarns. That's fun to me. I don't know why. I really don't know why. There's a part of me like I used to choreograph a lot. I'm still a choreographer, but I haven't choreographed anything in a while. But I was the same way with choreography where I would like to just combine two different phrases and let's just see what happens, or let's just do this phrase with this random music and let's just see what happens, rather than putting it all together and planning it out. Like, let's just throw a couple things together and see what happens. I love that. I love the whole see what happens. I would say the hook I use most often is an I, which is I think a 5 millimeter, H, I, and J. That's what I go to the most. Do you crochet and make patterns full time? Yes, this is my full time job. This is my full time business. I have um, I have 3 people working for me this year, actually. Um, I have a contract crocheter who crochets for me, works up stuff. Because and even with her doing that, I'm still behind. And I have an admin assistant and I have a somebody that's helping me edit content. But I do all the designing myself. My contract crocheter, I really trust her eye for color and design. She's a crochet designer as well, so I sometimes I'll let her choose the colors for something, and so she does have a lot of creative like input. All the people who work for me do. Before I was a crochet designer, I was a choreographer and a dance instructor at a college, and I had to give up. I used to teach dance and yoga, and I had to give it up because I have lipedema, and my lipedema progressed, and I could no longer dance or teach dance. And I did continue choreographing for a while after I stopped teaching, but it still was really difficult to even choreograph because I was used to choreographing by moving and by demonstrating and by showing, and I just never really got very far with choreographing without, being a mover. And and I moved around a little bit. So yeah, I kind of got out of choreographing. But I did keep my choreography festival. I run a choreography festival called Small Plates Choreography Festival, and I still run that. I just right at the beginning of Star Blanket September, and I didn't do a live stream until the 10th, and it's because I was in Austin, Texas, running Small Plates Choreography Festival Austin. We had 2 shows on the 4th and 5th, and yeah, and I run that festival as well. Job goals equals Betty's personal crocheter. I started choreographing. I've been crocheting since I was 7 years old, but I designed the 6-day kid blanket in 2007 or 2008 while I was still in graduate school for dance. and I was just doing it for fun. I was never trying to be a crochet designer. It just kind of happened. And the 6-Day Kid Blanket went viral, and I started a Facebook group where I was like answering people's questions in the Facebook group. And then somebody said, you should do YouTube videos. And I didn't really want to. But my kids were like, you make money doing that. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it. So that's how I started my YouTube channel. And then I had this Facebook group where I was teaching people how to make the 6-Day Kid Blanket. And people were saying, make it go in the round. Do this pattern in the round. And so I did. And then that became the 6-Day Star. And then that went viral in a big way. And yeah, so now I do a lot of adaptations of the, I call it 6-Day Crochet, the same 6 rows or rounds of stitches. I use them for everything. Almost everything I design has the same 6 rows or rounds of stitches because they're so fun. It's so fun and addictive, and the projects work up quick, and it's not just all a bunch of granny clusters, and it's not all a bunch of single crochet or all double crochet. It's a combination, and it's fun, it's easy to memorize, and it's got just enough variation to like keep you interested. So that's what I do. So to all my patterns, I use the same stitch. Were you surprised when the 6-Day Star Blanket went viral on TikTok? Was I surprised? Was I ever? I'll tell you, that's a very interesting story. I was, y'all know I'm not that great at making videos, so I used to just go live like this, and that would be like, there's your tutorial, and a lot of people don't really like that. They want more polished tutorials like the ones that I made last year. And so when the 6-Day Star Blanket went viral, I was in surgery. I was having surgery that day. And for whatever reason, my surgery was like running late, and I was in surgery prep wearing nothing but a hospital gown and holding my phone. And I didn't have anything else, but they let me keep my phone until it was time for me to go in. And I was on YouTube, and somebody had left a snarky comment about my tutorial videos being terrible. And it was really mean. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I should be looking at this right now because I'm about to have surgery. And if I get upset, it's going to impact me when I come out. And my healing is I do better when I feel good, and I'm not like upset or depressed about something. And so I was like, after I read that comment, I was like, that's it. I'm not going to do YouTube videos anymore. I'm done. I'm just going to do my patterns and let people figure it out from the patterns. I'm obviously not good at it. This person's like telling me I'm terrible, and I don't think they're wrong. I don't think they're wrong. I don't think my tutorials are very good, and I don't enjoy making them. So let me just be done. So I go into surgery and I come out, and I won't. I won't. And I didn't. I go into surgery and I come out, and the nurse is like, ma'am, what's your pain level? And I said 7. And so they gave me 2 oxys, and she was like, ma'am, your phone's going off. So my pattern had actually gone viral while I was in surgery, and my phone was going off, and everybody was going over to my tutorials on YouTube and like saying a lot of like affirming things. So I was, which was great, but my website crashed because of that happening. My website crashed from so many people going to look at the pattern at at once, and so all they had then was the video tutorial. So then I was like, okay, maybe I will keep going. Maybe I won't let that one comment like make me stop. So here I am. All right, let's go. What row are we on? Number 4. I want to get as much of this done as I can before we end. Thank you for asking that question so I could tell my story though. Single crochet, every stitch gets a single crochet. On the chain 3 spaces, get 3. Yeah, but I'm learning a lot because it was never my intention to be a YouTuber or even be a crochet designer at all, and it just happened. I'm really grateful. I'm really fortunate, and I'm really grateful because my dance career was pretty much done because of my illness, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I gave up dancing. I was like, for a while, I really didn't know what I was going to do. And then the 6-day kid blanket went viral, like right when I needed like a door or a window. You know how they say a door closes and a window opens? Like I really needed a window to open one time. You came into the store I work at to send some yarn Oh, are you the FedEx? The one from FedEx? Did you go? Oh my gosh. You inspired me to start crocheting again. I made my daughter a beanie. Oh wow, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. That's so great. I'm so happy to hear that. I was thinking about you the other day, actually, because I went down to Mother of Yarns and I was like, I wonder if they ever, did what I suggested and came down here. You came into my live the other day, made my whole, oh, thank you. You guys are too kind. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That makes me feel so good. You guys are the best. Yeah, I started crocheting when I was 7 years old. So I've been doing this for my whole life, pretty much. And I've been dance was always a big part of my life. And that was all I ever wanted to do was dance and be a mom. Haven't made it into Mother of Yarns yet, but a girlfriend of mine and I are planning to soon. Okay. Yeah, make sure you get on their mailing list or following them. I was there. I was just there a couple weeks ago. I went in person, and I go up there all the time, and they often will plan ahead, and she'll send out a little notice that I'm going to be there so that people who are making stars or whatever can come in and we can crochet together. It was just a really nice, they're so nice. That store has the most sweet vibe, the sweetest vibe. I know that feeling. I've been crocheting and knitting for 22 years. Yeah, I knit too, and at the time when my crochet pattern went viral, I mostly was knitting. What do you do to keep your hands and wrists healthy while crocheting a bunch? Well, I am so glad you asked. I actually, I have a background in dance, and so I learned a lot about, keeping my body healthy for dance. And so that is something I do pay a lot of attention to, is my body and keeping my hands and my body healthy. And so if you go to my website, I do have some articles about somatic crochet. I have through my dance background, I have studied somatics, which is body mind wellness. And so yeah, I have a whole practice actually that I recommend people do when they crochet that involves taking care of their body, taking care of their mind, thinking good thoughts, remembering to breathe, a lot of those kinds of reminders and tools and practices. And after I crochet, I always, I don't just stop crocheting. I stretch my hands, and I use like infrared light, and I to have a little like aftercare with massage and stretching and all of that. But you have to pay attention to your body. And also, I don't know, one of the biggest things, I think the best things that you can do if you do nothing else for yourself, in terms of taking care of yourself and your body, one of my best tips is lay your work down at the end of every row or round and look it over. And then take that moment to give your hands a break and stretch your hands, get a drink, get up out of your chair, go to the bathroom, get a snack, look outside, but lay your work down at the end of every row or round, and you will avoid a lot of mistakes that way. You'll give your hands a rest and give your mind a rest. You'll avoid a lot of frustration. And also I always like, my motto is lay it down and admire it, right? So lay it down and, say affirming things and feel good about what you're doing. Crochet is such a wonderful hobby. And we are prone to beating ourselves up and overthinking things and being perfectionists and all those things. So one of my best tips is lay your work down at the end of every row or round, look it over, check it over, give your hands a break, take some deep breaths, big drink of water. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'll just say one thing I don't recommend is, oh, my hands hurt, let me put on some compression gloves and keep going. And I don't really have anything against compression gloves, but if you're using them to crochet through pain, unless your doctor has you have arthritis and your doctor has said wear these, when you crochet, I would not put compression gloves on to crochet with pain. If you have pain, you should stop. Amanda says, that has been the best tip I've ever heard. It's great to take breaks, but I've also saved myself a lot of frogging. Yep. You notice a lot. Like on the last one, I just noticed that I didn't change colors. You can remember to take your progress photo or whatever it is you kids do. I think I need one more. What does it say? Oh, I think this should be more. I think that my pattern needs to be a little bit more specific. Well, it's 7:59. It's time for me to head over to the McKnitiverse and finish up my work over there. And then I will see you all next Tuesday, and it's going to be the ultimate 6 days Star Blanket Party. I don't really know what that means. What should we do? Should we play music? Should we dance? Should we bring snacks? Everybody bring your own. What are we doing? I'll do my little heart hands. So when I do my Woot woot. I just caught where I put 6 DC in a peak. You know what I always do? I always do 4. And then I don't see it until the next time. And I'm like, what the heck was I doing here? All right, everybody. Kelly's coming in right at the end. Ooh, I have yarn ready for a 6-day star blanket. Yes, come join. It's not too late. I mean, we're at the end of the month, but you still have like 5 days. So really you could get the best part of a blanket done, even if you start today. All right, my friends. Take care of yourself.